The 2026 Polestar might be the best electric Grand Tourer ever built. 871 horsepower, a chassis developed by a secret UK skunkworks team. It charges in 22 minutes. And every reviewer who drove it used the same word, fun. Edmunds titled their review "The Right Car at the Wrong Time." America might never get it. Here's why. Subscribe to Average Car Joe. We do the math so you do not have to. Let's get into it. The Polestar 5 is a Swedish-designed, Chinese-built electric Grand Tourer. 200 inches long, low, wide, built to compete with the Porsche Taycan, Lucid Air, and Mercedes EQS. Let me put those competitors in context for a second. The Porsche Taycan starts at $93,000. The Lucid Air starts at $69,900. The Mercedes EQS starts at $104,400. All of them are established brands with US dealer networks, certified service centers, and years of real-world owner data behind them. The Polestar 5 is entering that conversation as a first-generation platform from a brand most Americans have never seen on the road. That context matters for everything that follows. The chassis is the story. Bonded aluminum. Only 1% welded, the rest glued and riveted like an aircraft fuselage. A skunkworks engineering team in the United Kingdom developed it. MotorTrend drove it through Provence and called the chassis the highlight of the entire vehicle. That is not a small thing to say about a car with 884 horsepower. Usually the engine is the headline. Here, the structure of the car itself is what reviewers could not stop talking about. Two versions, both all-wheel drive, both on an 800-volt architecture that charges 10 to 80% in about 22 minutes. Dual motor, up to 748 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds. European WLTP range of 421 miles. Real-world EPA is closer to 360 miles. Performance, up to 884 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. WLTP range of 346 miles. Real-world EPA is closer to 290 miles. European buyers can walk into a showroom right now and buy the dual motor for about 120,000 euros. Australian buyers can do the same. Here's what the sticker does not mention. Americans cannot. The rear window is gone, and it makes the car better. Structural bracing that normally sits above the rear glass got worked into the roof instead. That freed up space for the largest panoramic glass roof in Polestar's lineup. They traded a window you barely use for a skylight everyone can enjoy. A camera feeds the rear view mirror, giving a wider view and a clearer picture. Flip a switch and it becomes a regular mirror so you can see passengers in the back. Is it weird? A little? Does it work? Every reviewer said yes. MotorTrend took this car through the heart of Provence. Tight roads, mountain passes, countless corners. 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds for the performance. That is supercar territory. What they did not expect was the handling. Agile and balanced. The bonded chassis makes a 5,500-pound sedan feel like it weighs half that. For reference, a Porsche 911 weighs about 3,300 pounds. The Polestar 5 weighs nearly 5,500. The fact that reviewers are using the word agile is the chassis doing exactly what it was engineered to do. Most cars at this weight feel their weight. This one apparently does not. The performance version gets MagneRide magnetic adaptive dampers. That means the suspension reads the road in real time and adjusts stiffness accordingly. The car does not just go fast in a straight line, it handles corners the way cars half its weight are supposed to. Polestar proved the range credentials with a road trip. A team of journalists drove a convoy of Polestar 5s nearly 4,000 miles in relay, starting in Gothenburg, Sweden, through Denmark, Germany, the French Alps, down to Nice, across Spain, onto a ferry to Morocco, ending at a solar plant at the edge of the Sahara. Different journalists drove different legs. The car handled every climate and road condition the route threw at it. The front seats hold you in a smooth, supportive curve. Rear seats with 4-zone climate, heat, ventilation, and a massage function. Tall adults fit without touching the ceiling. Edmunds spent hours in this cabin across Europe and came away impressed, not just with the speed, but with the comfort. The materials are recycled throughout. Sustainable sourcing, no leather. Polestar calls it luxury without apology and without the environmental cost that usually comes with it. Now here's the part that matters for anyone watching from America. The Polestar 5 is built in China. That triggers a stack of American tariffs. Section 301 tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles sit at 100%. A separate 25% tariff hits all automobile imports. An additional 10% tariff stacks on top. They do not average, they stack. A car that costs $130,000 in Europe lands in America with over $170,000 in duties alone. That is not Porsche Taycan money. That is Bentley money. Polestar cannot absorb it. No manufacturer can. Here is the kicker. The tariff does not distinguish between a $20,000 Chinese commuter car and an 884 horsepower Grand Tourer built on a British engineered bonded aluminum chassis. It hits both the same way. The policy was written to protect the American auto industry from cheap mass market competition. The Polestar 5 is not that. It was designed in Sweden, engineered in the UK, and happens to be assembled in China because that is where Polestar has its manufacturing infrastructure. The car has nothing in common with the budget EVs the tariff was designed to block. But the tariff does not read the spec sheet. It reads the country of origin. And on that measure, the Polestar 5 and a $15,000 BYD Seagull are treated identically. According to MotorTrend, Cars Direct, and Edmunds, United States availability is unconfirmed. Polestar confirmed it. The United States is one of only 4 markets not receiving the car at launch. 24 of their 28 markets are getting it. America is not one of them. That is not because the car is not good enough. Every reviewer said it is excellent. It is because of where it was assembled, the right car, the wrong time. But here's the one number nobody's talking about. Luxury EVs depreciate hard. According to IC Cars, luxury EVs lose 70% or more of their value in 5 years. A Polestar 5 priced at $130,000 in Europe could be worth around $65,000 in 3 years. At that price, the tariff math starts to work. Tariffs hit used cars at the used purchase price, not the original sticker. Let the first owner take the depreciation in Europe, let them pay the European taxes and registration fees, then import a used one in 2029. A $65,000 used car with a 100% tariff arrives in America at $130,000, which is the same price as the original new car in Europe. But you are getting a 3-year-old vehicle with known reliability data, real owner reviews, and none of the first-year uncertainty that comes with any new platform. Think about what 3 years of owner data actually means for a car like this. By 2029, there will be real-world range figures from owners in cold climates, highway conditions, and daily use. The charging reliability track record will be established. The software will have gone through multiple over-the-air update cycles. The things that go wrong on first-generation EVs will have gone wrong and been fixed before you ever turn the key. Buying a used 2026 Polestar 5 in 2029 means the European market ran the first-year experiment for you at roughly half the original price. This is not a loophole. It is how the system works. And it means the Polestar 5 may find its way to American roads after all, just not through a dealership. Supercar speed, a fraction of the original price. That is the math that matters. If this breakdown helped, hit the like button and subscribe to Average Car Joe for more honest electric vehicle breakdowns every week. Drop a comment. Would you import a used Polestar 5 in 2029 for around $50,000? Or is a car with no US service network still a hard no? Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.